Hey, Joe here. I'm the custodian at ignitiondiecast.com, but this channel is mostly a video diary of my personal collecting, hijinks, successes, failures. Walk with me now as I open and talk about cars, trucks, and sometimes even action figures. I usually interject some sassy Gen X commentary about the hobby, tales from the toy aisle, and society itself. So be sure to like, subscribe, share, and definitely comment. Your opinion matters. Good morning, Diecast people. It's Muscle Car Monday, and this was a Muscle Car Monday that was destined to be much lamer than it is. But at the last minute, yesterday afternoon, I executed a trade with a local dude here named Matthew, who hooked me up with some muscle cars. And I had to look, a couple of these are Camaro IROC Zs, and I actually had to look up if the IROC was considered a muscle car, but it is because of the styling and the V8 engine and performance oriented. So technically it's a muscle car. I always think of muscle cars as being like late 60s, early 70s, but you could buy muscle cars into the 80s, and even that rebirth of the GTO was probably considered a muscle car. And I mean, there's muscle cars now. The current Camaro and Charger and Challenger and Mustang and all that. So it's just it's more of a nickname for a performance-oriented, overpowered car. So anyway, thanks to Matthew, we got 6 cars to open, and it's not going to be like me just showing you stuff that I already have. So first up is this Camaro Z28 in blue. I won't get too close. It gets the reflection. See how blue everything gets? Look at the rear of that car. It's like highly reflective. I guess because it's a higher definition video than it used to be. Anyway, this used to be called the blown Camaro, and then they retooled it without the blown supercharged engine popping out of the hood. But the Camaro Z28 was like a higher performance version of the Camaro. I think it went from 80 to 92. Camaro students will be more versed on that, but I think this car is cool. Oh wow, it's got a metal base and a plastic body. That's odd. Wouldn't have thought that with a car this old. But pretty chunky, a little thicker than what you'd really think of the 28 being. I don't know what year this is supposed to be, maybe an 80 to 82, something like that. But this is listed with blown Camaro. So if you want more information about this car, don't look for Camaro Z28, look for blown Camaro, because it seems to be an evolution of that. Then a Camaro IROC Z. It's an 85 to be specific. And the IROC Z, International Race of Champions, was a even higher performance version of the Z28. And I don't know what the mechanical, technical, difficult or specifics are, but I just know that this was like the ultimate. When I was in high school in the late 80s, the IROC was like the car. Kind of like in that song, Teenage Dirtbag. The hot girl's boyfriend drives an IROC, and the teenage dirtbag is like, I don't have a chance with that chick because her boyfriend drives an IROC. The IROC Z. I like everything about this. Black interior, gold rims, which period appropriate. Black interior. Very nice. Real similar fronts. I thought this was the same casting, but this is, like I said, a blown Camaro retool, and this was a completely separate casting called the IROC Z, and has a metal body, plastic base, as we've come to expect. another version of that same casting. This is a 85, what's it say there? 85 Chevrolet Camaro IROC-Z. I can't tell if you can read it or not because everything's reversed in this camera. But let's rip it open. And I'm keeping all of these, by the way. That's what I like about Muscle Car Monday, is it's generally me showing you cars that I'm adding to my collection. And here's a Metal Flake black one. Black base, red interior. I could definitely see this car having a red interior, red vinyl and Scotch tartan upholstered interior. Very, very nice. And 3 Mustang Mach 1s, but there's one that's a bit of an oddity. So here's the gold one. And the Mach 1, whereas the Boss 302 had a 302 cubic inch engine, the Mach 1 had a 351 cubic engine, like 5.7 or 5.8 liters, massive engine. Probably got like 300 horsepower too. Always cut away from yourself. This one's really in there. There we go. A nice gold Mach 1. I'm trying not to show the nasty fingers. I've been working with concrete, as I said. Gold Mach 1, black interior, chrome base, which I guess is fine. I like it. That goes to me. I'm keeping these. And here's another one, the 71 Mustang Mach 1. And this is from a 007 Diamonds Are Forever. I know I saw that movie a long time ago, but I don't remember if how this car played in that movie. But I'll be looking for clips on the old YouTube after I publish this video. I swear. So, same casting as the previous one. Red interior, black base. That's a messy rivet. I like the black a little more than the chrome myself. That's just a personal preference. But same casting. Mach 1, it even says Mach 1 right there. Love it. And then this last one is the same casting, but it says 71 Mustang Boss 351. I personally don't know if there ever was a car you could buy from Ford called the Boss 351. It's basically a Mach 1. It's the same exact casting as the previous 2 cars, just have a different name. And if you look at that website with all the pop-up ads that basically like renders your computer unusable because of all the pop-ups and sliders and all that advertising, it actually will list this as in the same entry as the other 2. Interesting gray interior, chrome base. The Boss 351, but it's really a Mach 1. Doesn't say Mach 1 on it. Just says Hot Wheels. So what's it say on the hood? I can't really read it. It's so small. What's that say? So those 6 are from a trade I did with Mr. Matt, and thankful for it, because otherwise I was just going to show you my Camaros or my Chargers or something. So at the last minute he came through. Let me show you something that I'm doing real quick. So these Plano cases are getting really expensive, or they're really expensive right now. So I'm repurposing some of the ones that I have in other categories and putting some of these general makes and model categories in Kislane, aka jammer cases. So I bought these cheap shelves from Wahlberg's, and lo and behold, it wouldn't fit two of these cases, one on the bottom shelf and one on the top, unless I took the handles off. So because I just had to have it work, I cut the handles off a lot of these. So now I have basically the same type of storage box. They hold 48, and they're for general makes of cars or like categories, like the Ford GT40s. There's a million of those. Datsun 510s, there's a million of those. But now I have room for 7, 14, 28 of these cases to go right here. Pretty cool, right? And I do not have a 2 cents to give you today. I don't have 2 cents to rub together. So maybe tomorrow. Talk to you Tuesday.